So, lately my videos have been about where I am in my life. Things are shifting. People I work closely are moving on. My routine is changing. My work is changing. And if I'm being really honest, I'm also changing too. I keep telling myself I'm not scared because I've been through so much already, and sometimes I think, how much worse can it really get? Sometimes it could get really worse, but I try to be positive and tell myself to stay on track and be focused. And sometimes my overthinking brain will hijack me into this dark path, and I have to kind of be like, okay, let's get back to being focused and being more positive. So when I slow down, I actually feel no fear. I feel more gratitude than anything. I think about the people around me. I think about the love of my life, who I get to walk through this whole life with, and that alone makes me incredibly lucky. And we're actually both lucky because we just fit. It just clicks, you know. I'm sharing this painting, and this is part of my life because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Standing in a moment where everything feels unsettled, but also full of possibilities. And that's where I try to stay positive in things, in situations in my life and everything. Because it's easy to fall on that, on that kind of overthinking track. But maybe if I say it out loud, someone else will feel less alone. And maybe that's just enough. This painting is about a place I work at. And of course, I will not mention where I work, but it's totally beautiful. There's ponds and bridges and trees, and it's just life moving quietly through it. And just recently, my boss, Rick, retired. So this painting is my way of saying thank you. I paint for people when words don't feel big enough. It's how I honor those who matter to me along the way, and this was a very special painting, and it was very bittersweet. I've always worked hard. I mean, like incredibly hard. And not because I expect something back, of course, paycheck and whatnot, that would be nice. But it's just, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with me, but because it's how I was raised, and really, I don't know if I should say it was because I was raised this way. Maybe it was just something instilled in me. I don't know where I came across that. Maybe I learned it in the streets, but I came from a broken home, and I had it really, really hard. Really, really hard childhood. I spent time in foster care for many years. So I don't really know where I picked this up, but somehow instilled in me is to work hard. And of course, there's more to the story about, being in foster care and whatnot. There always is. But the point is that I made it here in 2026, and here in this lifetime. And sometimes I don't even know where this strength came from, but my life could have gone in a very different direction. I am grateful that it hasn't gone to the latter of the situation, but I'm definitely here to always improve my life. Art has always been the place I land. It's where I remember who I am. And many times it feels like home. because it's the only thing that was consistent in my life. Always creating something out of nothing, having nothing but creating something. That gives me self-worth in a way nothing else ever has, other than my work ethic. But art has always, in a way, saved me. This is my 5th video, and now I'm realizing I need to talk more about why I paint. Not just what I make, but what it gives me. I had about a week to finish this painting. A landscape, a portrait, a very big thank you. I love painting in general, but I love painting this especially. But of course, like every artist, I wish I had more time. I wish I could have done this a little bit different. I wish I could have done this, section brighter. You start getting into your head about things, and maybe that never really goes away. We went to the art store together. My partner was singing, of course. She cannot help herself. She's such a ham.
Just make 'em drop dead, you're a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, this is my only intention. Stay in the kitchen cooking up, get your own way. All the equity, you're an asset.
You're so cute.
Yeah, this is my only intention. To your mom and dad, they're making you.
Which is funny to watch because she makes me laugh. So I was looking at the paints, and I wish I could afford. There's so many colors and so many possibilities. And anyway, and honestly, that moment just made me happy because it reminded me I don't need everything right now. I just need to keep going, keep painting, and keep working. I think about it this way. I work so hard at work. Why can't I do that for myself? Why can't I, do the same amount of work and the ideas and the actual work and putting everything together? Why is it so hard to do that for myself? And this is why things just need to change. And I need to do that for myself. And I'm just learning how to do that slowly but surely. Outside of my 9 to 5, I'm getting it done. So that's one of the things that I'm really proud of. Just to keep going, keep working, keep making paintings, keep, vlogging these paintings, keep showing people what I'm working on, what I can do, and the level I can do it at. Hopefully someone will watch my videos. And if not, it's, a good kind of like documentary, because, eventually I will die. Everyone will die. And it will just be left for someone to watch on a random Sunday afternoon. So, at the end, I gave Rick the painting. I gave a speech, of course, and you can watch through the speech, corny as it can be. I always feel corny and feel emotional, and I'm like, someone punch me so I don't feel all these emotions rushing through. So I didn't overthink it, so that was one of the good things. I just spoke from the heart, and it felt good. I've been working on this for days, and the speech, and it felt honest, and it felt like closure, but it also felt like a beginning for both of us.
This painting is my way of saying thank you and capturing a moment where you can always stand on the bridge looking out over a place where you truly belong.
Thank you.
I paint because it keeps me moving forward. I paint because I have so much to give. And right now, there's nothing in the world I would rather be doing. A lot of times it just keeps me so centered. You know, it gives me also a sense of beginning, middle, and an end.
Because life feels like, yes, there is a beginning and you're aware of the beginning, but then all of a sudden you're like stuck in the middle, like with its ups and its downs, and it's like rushing and then slowing down. But then sometimes the end feels very distant.
One day I hope that this becomes my full-time life, but for now I'm just honoring the path that I'm on, and I never regret where I am because I know how hard it was to get here. So if you're in a season of change, and if things feel uncertain but meaningful, just know that you're not behind, and there's always the opportunity to make a difference and to change. And of course, no one can make you change. You have to do it yourself. So this is me showing up, painting, and trusting that it's just enough. If you want to continue to learn more about my life or be more nosy, I will be back with another video. And the next video is a sweet person that I know, very funny by the way, but also very sweet and very beautiful. So stay tuned, come back and watch more of my videos. And I thank everyone for watching.